And welcome to this practice, restorative yoga. A little different, very gentle, peaceful class. This class is for you, so it's what you need. And if you need to just stretch out and take a nap, then stretch out and take a nap. Whatever fits you is right. So learning to trust ourselves. And taking a moment to scan through the body, feel, starting with the breath, feel the breath coming in and leaving. Feel the belly soft, relaxing a little more with each breath. Feel the shoulders, the back, the hips. Good. And then wherever you are, just start to stretch those arms up, up, up overhead. So if you're on your back, you could reach them up and behind you. If you're seated, you could reach them up above you. But just finding a way to move the arms just gently through space. And then at some point it might feel really good to just circle the wrists around. Maybe the other way. And if you have any sounds that need to come out as the arms move around, like little bits of seaweed, you could let the sounds flow out as well. So maybe a moan or a groan. A big sigh. Releasing tension through sound. And then wherever you are, if you're on your back or seated, wrap yourself up in a little hug. Feel the shoulders. Notice how they are. There's no right or wrong. And then opening the arms crisscross so the other arm is on the top, and wrap yourself up in that hug. Take a few breaths here. And then open the arms. And if you're still seated, I invite you to come down onto your back and hug the right leg in close. And it might feel better to keep the left leg bent, or maybe it feels good to stretch the left leg out long on the floor. Always honoring your body, your space. Steady breath. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. And releasing that right leg down. Let's start with the sole of the foot on the floor. And then we'll pull the left leg in close, hug in as much as feels good. So if the knee is tender, it might feel better to interlace the fingers behind the thigh instead of on the shin. So just find your favorite way. And then see, maybe that right leg wants to stretch out long and land on the floor. Maybe it feels better to keep it bent. Feel your breath. Feel your shoulders relaxing down. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. And we'll draw both legs in. Let's bring one hand to each knee and just start to gently rock side to side. Good. Feel the low back. Feel the hips. And then same motion, slower. Feel how slowly can you move. Next time the legs are coming over toward one side, let them come down all the way, gently landing on the floor. And this is a good time. If you have a pillow handy, you want to tuck that pillow under the legs to give yourself a little boost. That might feel really good. Oh, there's a fly in here. Shoot fly. And you can stretch those legs out wide on the arm. Sorry, the arms out wide on the floor. Sorry, the fly is distracting me. It's always something, right? So stretch those arms out wide. Get the shoulders wide open on the earth. And then we'll come up through center. And if you want to bring your pillow over to the other side, go ahead and do that. And we'll let the legs come down. Stretch those arms out wide. Oh, if there's any sound that you want to have accompany your movement, just let it out. Good. And then we'll come back up to center. And this time let's bring one hand to each knee and circle the legs apart and around and back together. So this is really good to warm up the low back, the SI joints. And then we'll come around in the other direction. And then let's have that right leg in again, nice and close. Stretch the left leg out if it feels fine. And start relaxing the front of the left side of the body. Nice and gentle stretch, passive stretch, sinking into your breath. And we'll release the right leg down to the floor. And this time before we go to the other side, let's pick up that left leg and crisscross the left ankle over that right knee. And we'll bring the left hand to the left thigh, flexing the left foot. So that means we're drawing the toes back toward the shin. We'll just slowly start to press the leg away and then let it return. Just easy movement, no stress. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And we'll reflex that left foot, draw the legs in. Maybe it feels okay to stretch the hands, threading them through behind the right thigh. And you could just gently, very gently rock a little side to side. And then settle into a place where you're getting a tiny stretch, 5%. So you're not working very hard. You're able to breathe. You're able to relax. No pushing. Just breathe. Send peace through the body. Send peace through the body. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And we'll release the hands, unwind legs and arms, and let's just gently circle ankles and wrists, releasing tension. And then gently circle in the other direction. Let the fingers and toes be part of the movement. Good. And we'll drop the right sole of the foot to the floor, and we'll hug that left leg in close and settle in for breath. Good. Dee 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 If you'd like, you could stretch the right leg out long on the floor, relaxing the psoas, the front of that right thigh, hip flexors. Send a little peace down through the belly, through the leg, through the foot. And then we'll unwind the hands, bring that right foot back to the floor, flexing the left foot. We'll crisscross. And then we'll start to press that left thigh away and back. Away and back. Away and back. Good. Keep going. And then we'll draw both legs in. I'm having a bit of a moment here. Is this the same side we just did? You'd think I would remember. Anybody know? I can't see you very well because it's dark. Is it the same side? Thumbs up if it's the same side. Yeah, I thought maybe it was. Thank you. So let's switch these sides. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I got there, but I did. And thank you for noticing. So we want to even it out. So we'll bring that left foot to the floor and crisscross the right ankle over. And if your body is telling you that you already did this side, do the other. Trust yourself. Good job noticing. So we'll press the right leg away and back. Away and back. Good. And just settling in there with your breath. Feeling what's happening as you gently move this passive stretch. And then we'll keep flexing that right foot. Draw both legs in close. Hug behind that left thigh. So a lot of you know I teach music together as well, and in the teacher training, we call that an oops. And we actually embrace the oops moments, right? Because oops, I'm human, and it's okay. And not only is it okay, it's really important to have it be okay that we aren't perfect all the time. That we can just say oops and then move on. Do that second side. Pick up and try again, right? Super important. So, oops. So, as we stretch this second side, keep flexing your right foot so you're protecting your right knee. Good. Good, good, good. Good. Good, good. And then we'll start to unwind. And let's roll over onto one side and just curl up in a little ball. And just feel your body peaceful on the earth. Good. And then as you're ready, roll up onto all fours if that feels okay in your body today. And if it doesn't feel good, just give yourself permission to stay curled up on your side. You can just stay right there. And full permission now that I see everybody, I know you all, so I feel very comfortable. If you want to turn your videos off, you're welcome to do that. I just like to make sure I know who's who if your name isn't in there, but now I know, so thank you. I'm so glad you're here. And if you are up on all fours, you can start to just roll through your cat and your cow postures, just very tiny movement, nothing that's going to stress or hurt the body, just very gentle. And if you're on your side, I would invite you to play with maybe just moving the top leg in the tiniest little bicycles. Good. So we're just getting a little movement to the spine, the low back, the hips. Good. And if you're on your side, maybe bicycle, tiny little bicycle the other direction. Good. And then we'll pause for a moment. If you're on your side, just curl up there. If you're on all fours, it might feel good to bring the blanket or pillow between the thighs and the calves and just sink and settle down into a child's pose for a moment. Take a breath here. And then if you're on your back, just gently roll yourself, if you're on your side, just roll yourself over onto your back and then to your second side. And then if you're in child's pose, you can go ahead and crawl yourself back up to all fours and roll through another round of gentle cat and gentle cow, fluid movement. And if you're on your side, when you feel ready, take that top leg around in tiny little bicycles, nice and slow. Good. Breathing, feeling. And coming Back to neutral. If you're on your side, just curl up in that little ball and rest. If you're on all fours, sink back into your child's pose. Use the pillow if you like, or not. Up to you. So wherever you are now, start to make your way towards a seated posture, however that feels safe for you to get there. And there's no rush. Do take your time. Take your time. And I'd love to come into some gentle upper spine, neck, and head movement. Good. So as you arrive, we'll start by just rolling the chin down toward the chest and then rolling back up to the top. And we'll do that a couple times, nice and easy with your breath. Any sounds that need to come out, moans, sighs, groans, songs, it's all welcome, all part of the practice. And the next time the head is coming down, let's roll the ear up over one shoulder, doesn't matter which side, and then roll right back down to center, and roll up over the other side, and roll down to center. And we'll keep going, just gentle movement. Find your breath. Find your breath. And the next time the head is coming down to center, just pause there a moment, maybe round down just a tiny bit more, but very gently. And then as you inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, and then roll the head up as the top of the lungs fill. Walk the hands behind you and lift the heart. Open the heart space, open the throat, and then come back to center. Walk the hands forward on the legs or the floor, wherever you are, and just round over, just a gentle rainbow in the spine. And then fill the belly, fill the ribs, roll yourself up to the top on the inhale. Walk those hands behind you, opening the heart. So keeping the neck safe, we want to keep the chin kind of coming in and down a little bit so the back of the neck is safe. Good. And then coming back to center. And let's release the shoulders with some gentle shoulder rolls. Good. Nice. And then let's just start with a very gentle twist. So no pushing or forcing with the hands, just winding around to look over one shoulder, back to center, and then winding around in the other direction, and back to center, and then a couple more times. side to side. And next time you're coming back to center, open those arms, wind yourself up in a nice hug, and then we'll open the arms again and change the arms so you alternate the arm that's on top. Good. One more. And then next time you're wrapped up in a little hug, start to take your whole torso around center with gentle circles. And let's circle the other direction. And we'll come back to center. Open those arms and lift the palms to the ceiling, and then drop the palms together, thumbs coming to the center of the chest. Good. And we'll do that a couple more times. Let's inhale, scoop up some good energy, and exhale, draw right down to center. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. And we'll bring those arms right back up overhead. You can open wide, and then imagine you're a little piece of seaweed just flowing, dancing in the autumn. Good. And we'll come right up to center. Lift your heart just a little, and then bring the hands together, landing in the center of the chest. And gently look down toward the fingertips. And then stay rounded over. Let the hands open, the backs of the hands drifting down to land on the thighs or the knees. And feel the space between the shoulder blades nice and open. And we'll roll up to the top. And we'll scoop the hands out and up and overhead. And this time as we exhale, turn the palms face down and we twist to look over one side. Then inhale right back up to center. Exhale to twist and turn. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. One more. And when you breathe in the next time, and there's no hurry, just go with your breath. When you're up at the top, let your exhale be an Om right down through center. Om. Good. Open the hands, reach out to the sides and up. Let your exhale be an Om. Om. And one more. Inhale, fill. Exhale, bring it in. Om. Let those thumbs rest. Good. And we'll relax those hands down. I think our bodies are probably pretty warm now, so we can move into some of our restorative postures. So if you have a pillow or a blanket nearby, let's go ahead and find that. If you have a blanket, I love to fold my blanket up to make a little bolster. So if you have a bolster, you can use that too, or you could fold your blanket and make it. Don't you love this blanket? I think some of you might recognize this one. You can make it into a little bolster and then just give it a hug. So we're going to hug it in close. Yeah. And then take that bolster for a little circle around your folded up blanket or pillow. Yeah. And let your spine be soft. Allow your body to melt into that pillow. Good. And then we'll just let yourself pause and then come back around in the other direction. Good. And then we'll come back up to the top. So the bolster is going to stay right there, or the pillow. If you want more, you can add lots there. So you want to be really stable with that. If you're in a chair, I'm not sure. You might want to move over by the piano since I know there's one there in your space. If you're on the floor, let's wrap one leg around behind you, if that feels okay with your knee. If it doesn't feel good on your knee, stretch that back leg out, okay? And then we'll come down. So the bolster stays between you and that front leg, and we're just coming down to rest. It might feel better to turn the head to the side. It might feel better to keep the head centered. So we're just coming to one side and then in a supported way, melting around the pillow. Good. And with a restorative posture, we stay for a little longer. So this is full permission, reminder that you have full permission to come in and out if you need to take care of your body. There's no one right way. So the mind can do really interesting things here, right? Am I doing it right? What am I supposed to be feeling? Is my knee okay here? Am I missing it? Should I bother? I don't know. Like, your mind can do amazing things. My mind can do amazing things. I'm sure yours can too. So taking a big breath in and just really make some noise. Let that out. Good. So you want to be up high enough that you're not straining to relax over, but you want that front knee to be okay. So if you don't feel like you're up high enough, you could stay on your hands. You could stay on your forearms, right? There are lots of ways in. You could put your forearms on blocks or a step stool, right? Lots of ways in. So take your time. There's plenty of time. There's no hurry. And as you breathe, and as you find that just right place, You're massaging your organs as you breathe, because the bolster is right in your space there where your breath usually moves, right? And trusting that you're getting what you need in this moment. Trusting. And as you breathe and feel and allow the body to move around the bolster, start to let your mind clear a little too. So any thoughts that might be coming in, just say, hello, thought, and then let it float away, drift away. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Taking your time, moving very slowly. Start to walk your way up and out. And just take a moment, maybe the eyes are closed, to feel, to notice. And it's pretty standard with our restorative or yin yoga, where we hold postures for longer, to actually be a little achy when we're in the posture and when we're first coming out. As long as it's very mild, that's okay. That's a sign that your body is melting into the postures. No pain, no sharp pain. That's definitely something that we want to come out of. So we'll start to transition to your second side, and just let yourself move at your own pace, finding what might feel good on this side. And if that new back knee doesn't like to be bent, you can always straighten it out. That feels a little better on the knee. Make sure that knee is happy. Make sure it's soft under the knee as well. You don't want to be on a hard surface. And then turning so that the body is coming right out over the bolster, and we have plenty of time. There's no hurry. So finding your way into the second side here. So low back and hips can get really tight And slow, long stretches are a really great way to let the body release, not just for today, but for all of this week and all of next week. The slow restorative postures have a much longer benefit, a much more healing long-term benefit. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Da, 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 ba, da, da, da. Let's take 3 more slow breaths here. Feeling your body melt around and down, using gravity as your friend, your ally. And then after your 3rd breath, go ahead and make your way up slowly to the top. Good. And then let's just wind those legs around to the front and relax. You could wiggle out the legs a little bit. You could roll the ankles if that would feel good. And And this is the time of year when it's getting pretty dark out. So I would like to, before we come down onto our backs, I would like to light a candle. And I would like to sing a song about the lantern. And the lantern and the candles this time of year giving us warmth and giving us light now that the days are starting to be shorter than the nights. Glimmer, lantern, glimmer, little stars a shimmer, over rock and stock and stone. Shine my candle all alone. Pee-wit, rick-a-tick-a-tick, roo-coo, roo-coo. Glimmer, lantern, glimmer, little lights a shimmer. Carry your light through the night. Carry your light, glimmer bright. So carrying this light, your spirit, your joy, your strength, your power, your kindness, your love. And carrying that light in our very center. So as we breathe and we clear out and we stretch and we restore, just uncovering the layers that might be blocking the light, right? So that your light can shine and be bright and let you do all the things that you want to do and be in this lifetime. So I'll leave the candle glowing here for the rest of our class. So let's get our bolster. We're going to come into a supported bridge pose. You can use a little blanket, you can use a giant bolster, whatever works for your body today. So we'll come down and you can stay watching for a moment so that you really know what's happening. This is a posture, it's actually quite important to make sure we stay safe. So I'll have the bolster handy, but I won't come down onto it. I'll have it just next to me. And so once I get down into my bridge pose, it's really important that I'm looking right up at the ceiling. I don't turn side to side, and then I tip my tailbone. So I'm hollowing out my belly, I'm rolling my hips up, and then I slide the blanket under my hips, and then I lower down. So I'm nice and supported. I feel really safe, and my hips are a little higher. And you might decide, notice I'm still looking right up at the ceiling, you might decide that you want to come up a little higher, just sliding another pillow or bolster under your hips, or that might just be too much. So you get to decide. And as you feel ready, go ahead and come down onto your back and then play with sliding a pillow or a blanket under the hips in your bridge pose. We will take some time to get settled in so you feel comfortable and safe there. Again, most importantly is that we're keeping our neck safe by looking right up at the ceiling. So we don't want to turn side to side when there's weight on our upper spine. Really important. Good. You can feel around for your blanket, your bolster. And then this is it. We're down on our backs. We'll do a few postures here, and then from here we'll slide into a nice long yoga nidra shavasana. So make sure you have all your pillows and blankets handy here. And again, as you slide in, use your core and your legs to lift the hips up. And you want that blanket or pillow right under your sacrum. So low enough that your back is not arching, but high enough that you're getting a little boost. So your hips are now above your heart. This is a supported inversion. Great for clearing out, for changing the seasons. Good. Setu Bandhasana, the bridge pose. So again, full permission. If it's not feeling steady or good, you can come out and adjust and come back in. But once you settle in, I'm setting my timer so we can have a nice, long, relaxing bridge, nice and steady. Good. And now, once you get in there, go ahead and start to relax the shoulders as well. Once your body feels settled, relax the shoulders. Let the palms rotate to face up. And then start to let the throat relax. Let the shoulders relax. Use your gravity. Use the gravity. And again, we don't have to go to 85% or 99%. We can just come in enough for now. It's good enough. It's enough. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you relax and feel this moment, you've been in the posture for a few minutes. So So we'll stay a couple more because now is the time your body is really coming into the lasting change, bridging one season to the next, clearing out that which we no longer need, letting it flow under the bridge and away. Feeling the solidness of the bones, feeling the ease in the muscles and tendons, feeling the breath as it flows in and away. Scanning through the body on the inhale, noticing any other pieces, stories, feelings, emotions that you might be ready to release. And on the exhale, letting them flow out and away. And taking a moment to feel your feet on the floor. Feel the leg bones, feel the hips. Notice your spine. Feel the shoulders, the arm bones. Feel the bones in the top of the spine, the neck, the skull. The jaw, the ears, everything heavy, solid. And then let the head and the feet be two sides of a bridge. And let the heart and hips be lifted, drifting above it all. And I invite you to move the most slowly that you have ever moved in your life as you start to activate the muscles in the legs just enough to lift up, using your core a little bit to your glutes, to lift up and just slide the bolsters and pillows and blankets away. And then lowering yourself down slowly, safely, as if you were setting down a little puppy or baby. Gently rolling back to earth. And when you arrive, you could stretch the legs out long if that feels okay on the back. Or you could place them up on a chair or a couch. Check in with the body. If the low back is tender or tight at all, I invite you to put your blanket under your knees just for a little lift, or even bring those feet and legs up to a couch. Tucking yourself in for deep relaxation, moving peacefully, perhaps covering with a blanket. And as you find comfort in the body, come back to the feeling of the light, the candle, the heat, the light that you carry with you. And as the body finds comfortable space, let the eyes relax. Notice if you're seeing any colors, and just let those colors dance for a moment. Let the colors blend together for a moment. And let the colors gently fade into each other. Maybe the dance of the colors slows down. And then bring your awareness to your feet once more, wherever they have landed. Feeling those feet and leg bones as part of your foundation. Lam, 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 lam. And with your feet and legs relaxed, and let that feeling travel up through the body, up through the hips, the ribs, the belly, the back, the shoulders, as if you were gently sliding into a warm bath, just the right temperature. And let the hands, wrists and arms slide in to that relaxed, easy space. And bring your awareness to your nose, your throat, your mouth, your tongue, and let it all take a step back. So we're relaxing the muscles of the throat, relaxing the cave of the sinuses, letting the tongue drop down, and letting the body be at peace. There's nothing you need to say or do. And as the body relaxes, let the heart be light, as if you were fluffing up a piece of wool, creating space between the fibers. And let your breath be natural and easy. Let yourself drift. Shanti. Shanti. Starting now to deepen your breath. And letting yourself awaken gradually, refreshed, relaxed, open. And I invite you to just stretch out those arms, maybe rotate the wrists or wiggle the fingers to begin bringing some movement to the body. Maybe wiggle the toes. Yes, good. Maybe a nice big sigh. Good. And as you're ready, rolling to one side, take a few breaths here on one side. There's no hurry. And then when you feel ready, making your way up to a seated place. And let the body just feel what it's like to be upright here. And I'd love to bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart, and just let the body round ever so gently over. Honoring the time and the energy you've taken to set aside the time to nurture and love yourself through the practice of yoga. Such a gift you've given to yourself and also to all the people whom you touch with your light. And as you're ready, rolling back up to the top and slide the hands together, the palms gently touching, the fingers finding one another. And we'll take in a nice big breath, sealing our practice with the sound of Om. Hari Om Shanti, peace, namaste, namaste.